What's going on, everyone? This is IRL Blackbeard, and today I'm just going to be making a SHAREfactory tutorial because I've gotten that request from a lot of my friends actually. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a tutorial, and this will basically cover all of the basics of SHAREfactory, like splitting and trimming videos, adding music, and things like that. Obviously, the first thing you're going to want to do is hit New Project. And once you hit New Project, you're going to have to choose a theme. Usually, you're just going to want to go with the PlayStation 4 theme, unless you have something specific in mind. Like you're playing Infamous Second Son, Battlefield Hardline, Black Ops 3, anything like that. It's pretty self-explanatory, but for normal projects, I'd normally just go with the PlayStation 4 theme. And then after that, you pretty much just pick any of the clips that you want to use. I normally don't use the intro, title, outro, or stinger clip. I will make my own outro usually, and it's pretty easy to do, but first you're going to want to pick your clips. So I'll just pick this one, and this one. Then you press square to start your project. You can rename the project if you want to. I normally don't because I will title my video when I'm done with it. But if you plan on leaving and coming back to it, you can rename the project now so that you know like what your project is when you come back to it. For this video, I am just going to use the clips that are going in my next Rainbow Six Siege Funny Moments video because this is just going to be what I'm going to use to demonstrate things. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate the most important aspect of SHAREfactory, which is cutting, splitting, and trimming clips. It's pretty easy once you get the hang of it. But basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to hit square to hit split clip. And this is how you're going to be trimming your clips and stuff like that. So you're going to hit split, and then wherever you want a break in the video to be, so like I'll go ahead and play a little bit of footage here. That's because Jesus Christ is my Alex.
Heartbeat sensor activated.
Oh, there we go.
So about right there, I would pause the video, and then I would hit X to split the clip. I don't want this section of video, so I would then hit square to delete it. And you can always fine-tune frames by, oh wait, I just learned something new. You can even fine-tune frames with L2 on the beginning end of the clip. So making your beginning cut precise isn't too important. I would just cut it, snip it to right here. I'll get back to you guys in just a minute. Okay. So now I've made all of the necessary cuts in my video and added all of the time bender clips that I would need to use. And by the way, time bender is essentially something you would use to fast forward or slow down a clip of a video. It alters the voice to be higher pitched and faster in fast forward, and lower pitched and slower in slow motion, like you'd hear in like a funny video or something. But I use that in the videos I wanted to use it in. They come up as purple, and and the multiplier comes up in the bottom left corner of the clip. It's pretty simple. You can get the hang of it pretty quickly. If you use anything above four times fast forward, it's going to look choppy like this. But once you upload the video, it will be smooth, I promise. But basically, after you add everything you want to, this is where transitions come into play. These are another pretty simple element of SHAREfactory. I like them. They're pretty useful. So like at the end of this video, I would get about right here, then I would hit add transition. I never use the cinematic transitions because, number one, they last too long. Like 3.2 seconds. Like that's a long time. I don't want to use that. I always go with a dissolve. So I tend to go with crossfade or fade through color. I like fade through color mostly.
So serious, like
Like that. Then I would add another transition, another fade through color.
Except for that one. Wait,
Getting close to the end, but not quite there yet, I'm going to explain overlays. Overlays are basically anything like a sticker. Don't worry about that. Stickers. Usually it's just things like faces, buttons, generic things like pwned, things like that. Also text bubbles, they can be useful in certain places. Not really though. Arrows, if you want to make a cheeky thumbnail. I don't ever use arrows really, unless I'm being specific and trying to point to something, as they are used for. They're theme stickers. That's usually, they pertain to whatever SHAREfactory theme you're using. I never use them. And then probably the most important one is text. I like to use text in most of my clips. So like I would click text and then you would add text by writing into the box. So this is my outro clip. So I would just write like, or here, let me move it a little bit by hitting transform. Add another overlay. Comment. Add a third overlay. And then hit subscribe. And then finally, I would add a fourth overlay in big letters, my YouTube name, right there. Move that up a little bit because for some reason it chops a little bit off the top and bottom of the video. I haven't figured out why it does that yet. And that's pretty much the basics of overlays. Now we're going to move into adding music in. Alright, so you've got all your clips put together, you've got all your transitions set, you've got all your overlays in the appropriate areas. This is where music comes in. Music is probably the second most important thing to put in your videos because it keeps your audience entertained. They don't just have to listen to the background noise of your game. It's pretty useful actually. So basically, most of your music comes in, it's pre-downloaded onto your PlayStation, starting with Gone Tomorrow, I think that's what it starts with, ending with Bombs Away. I would be careful when using this music because most of it is copyrighted. Like one time I think I tried to use, what was it? I think I tried to use Lucid Dream. I probably gotta bleep that out actually because I got copyright struck for it and I got a strike on my channel. Since then that video got taken down and my strike was taken off. So, I mean, no harm done really, but just be careful because that kind of stuff can get you in a lot of trouble. That's why I go to the trouble of downloading all of my own music onto my PlayStation. This can be done by taking a USB. You have to make a folder in said USB. It has to be titled SHAREfactory, capital Share, lowercase factory, and then you make a subfolder inside the SHAREfactory folder titled Music, capital M. And after you do that, you will go and download MP3 files. I usually do this by using a website called YouTube to MP3. You just type in the URL of a video and it translates the whole video into an MP3 file. And it'll just, you download that onto your computer and then you copy it to your USB and then you delete it off of your computer so that there's only one file and it's on your USB. Unless it just automatically moves the file onto your USB and deletes it off of your computer. But I have to delete it off of my computer after I'm done so that it doesn't take up storage on my hard drive. But it's going to be important to download your own music so that you don't get copyrighted. I actually need to delete some of these songs off of here, like Arrow Cold Surface. Delete that. And Shark Haunted, I think that's copyrighted too. Also, I'm going to be getting rid of this guy. basically these kinds of songs. Anything by NCS is good. Remixes of songs are usually okay. It's going to be really important. The first songs you're going to want to download, by the way, definitely Kevin MacLeod songs, because these are things that like really popular YouTubers use, like Vanoss, for example. Where is it? This is probably one of the best known ones. That was Fluffing a Duck. Then there's this one, also very well known. Sneaky Snitch. And Scheming Weasel is another very popular one. And another pretty popular one. That was Investigations. You're going to want a lot of Kevin MacLeod songs because his music is actually, if I'm correct, he makes it specifically for YouTube and for fair use policies and stuff like that. But he's got really good music. I would recommend getting it. But now onto the use of the music. You would basically, wherever you want to start the use of a track, you would basically hit add music, and then you would like, oh, I need to delete that, copyrighted. You put that, you put your song like, by the way, the music is going to be really loud. You're going to want to turn it down to 1, 2, or 3% volume.
Oh yeah, I like that. Like, yo, that nigga.
No, that was ruthless, bro. Like so serious. Like,
yo.
I'll go to 4, 5.
Yo, like, yo.
And then I will split the music here. And then I will move it. I'm moving it around this clip because this is a little bit of a goofy clip. So then I'd add something. This is a good situation for either Fluffing a Duck or maybe even Investigations. I think I'll use that here. And thankfully, SHAREfactory has implemented a feature where songs don't overlap each other. It'll only add in as much of the song until it meets another song, which is very useful. It used to be kind of confusing dealing with songs overlapping each other. You'd have to like go to the far end of a song and then move it. It was pretty annoying. So basically, it would now look like this. And it would continue like that until the clip ends.
except for that one.
Oh, and by the way, when you split music, the volume should stay solid throughout. So... I'm going to turn it down a little bit because the volume in this clip isn't quite as loud. Oh, okay, I killed Thatcher.
Oh, I almost hit.
No!
He's at the ladder.
Then it would continue like that. So I'm going to cut it here, delete it off of here because I don't want that track playing during here. Basically what I'm going to be doing here is turning down the clip volume to 0% because I want the music to be the primary feature of this clip. So I'm not going to show what music track I'm going to use here because it's going to be a new guitar song that I'm going to be uploading onto here. Not my song, obviously. I credit all of my music in the description. Usually when it's guitar, it is a theme that has been remixed or covered by Little V Mills. Little V Mills is a really good YouTuber. You guys need to check out his stuff. He does video game covers, stuff like that. It's really cool. Like, this is my outro theme. Okay, that was really loud, I'm sorry. I'm going to put a overlay in the video warning you about that. But basically, you just pick a song, add it here. It's really simple, but I hope that covers everything for you guys. I know this didn't take me long to make. This as a video probably took me about 20 minutes. I'm going to go put this together in SHAREfactory. Hope all you have a good day. Peace out.